It's been too long since I've made a video, but rather late than never, I suppose. I just keep being busy and having limited amount of gadgets to review. But here it is, the Padgene smartwatch video. As the title suggests, this is by far the cheapest smartwatch out there right now. I'm pretty sure there must be cheaper smartwatches than this, but not with these features. The one I have in particular, it says here on the box, is the Padgene DEZ09 Smartwatch Black. So in case you guys want to get this exact same one, links will be in the description, of course, and the name of it is here, so you can even search. Maybe you'll be able to get an even cheaper deal. Another thing to notice is I bought this Friday and it arrived the next day. So it arrived literally in like 12 hours because I bought it. It was about 8 o'clock and it arrived the next day at, actually it was a bit more than 12 hours thinking about it now, but it was really quick delivery. So kudos for Amazon for that. Anyway, so why would I buy another smartwatch, especially a cheap Chinese one? You can generally always go wrong with these. The price is the number one thing that got me attracted to this. I didn't even know if it was going to be any good, didn't even see the features, but I saw the price and I said, well, I gotta have it. And even if it, it's a piece of shit, it's so cheap you can't go wrong with it. Wouldn't even bother to return it. So anyways, I did get it. It arrived yesterday. I had a little bit of a play around with it, and I'm going to show you guys me taking out the box and give you guys some first impressions. Even though I pretty much already done this yesterday, but I'll still do my impressions. So taking it out the box here is the watch with this wrapped around in a plastic cover with this little cardboard thingy. Putting that aside, inside the box you have a user manual, and you have the world's shortest micro USB cable. It literally is like, I don't know, maybe two inches, something like that. Okay, maybe 4 inches. It really is really short and cheap, but it does do the job though. That's the only thing we want. Other than that, there's nothing else in the box. That's pretty much it. Just in case you guys want to have a quick look at the user guide, of course, it has the instructions in Chinese, and somewhere around here is going to have them in English. Oh, here they are. So pretty much that's it. So I'm not pretty sure nobody wants to see the instruction manual or the box anymore, so I'm going to be putting those two to the side. Let's have a look at the watch. Let me take it off the condom here. Alright, comes protected. Let's put that aside, and here it is, the watch in its glory. So I'm just gonna quickly go through it so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Obviously high-res pictures can be put out there so you can see. In case you're wondering how this feels, yes, it does feel a bit cheap, especially the plastic bit. That plastic here, that feels cheap. It is a polymer, it's not a plastic. But yeah, the metal bit here doesn't feel cheap. But for the price, I keep stressing that, for the price of the watch, you can't go wrong with it. That's a microphone up there. That's also a 2 megapixel camera, which I highly doubt it's 2 megapixel because the quality is absolute shit. But we'll go into that later on in the video. If the camera wanted to focus on this, then I could show you a little bit more. That is where the speaker is. And yes, you can actually make phone calls with this. You can send and receive phone calls because it takes in a SIM card and an SD card. So the maximum size you can take on the SD card, I don't know yet, but I got a 4 gig one and it does seem to work. Let's power it on. Why won't we? There it is. The battery is removable. You can put a SIM card in it and make calls, and that's yet another thing that got me attracted to this. It's not just a smartphone that you can connect to your phone. Obviously, you can do that. There's an app for your phone that I haven't tried that out yet. Maybe for another video, but you can do it. As you can see, T-Mobile UK, it does have a SIM card on it. Let's actually, I would say let's make a phone call, but I don't know. Let's type in 123 maybe. A local call.
Calls to this number are barred from your phone. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
So that's a card, not a SIM card, so I can't make calls. I can receive calls and texts, but I can't make any because it's supposed to be data only. Anyways, the resolution on the screen is quite good. The screen is also a good size. Unfortunately, I don't have a measuring tape here to tell you the screen size, but specs will be in the description as well, so you guys can see it by then. You can't double tap the screen to revive it. There is a single button down here, which it's a sleep, wake button, a menu button, and also a turning it on and off button. Now, because obviously this is a digital watch, a smartwatch should I say, the main aspect of this is to tell the time. So this is the watch faces, and if you were to tap on it, it changes them. Now this is where it falls flat like crazy, and this is, I don't know whose idea was this, or if this is a limitation, but you got 3 watch faces, and it's these 3, and as far as I know, there's no way to change these into anything else, unless if you can connect it to your phone, maybe there's an update for this or whatever, and then you can upgrade it and have more different faces. This is all you have, which is disappointing. This is a smartwatch. It should have watch faces, all kinds of watch faces. That's the main point. It doesn't. It only has those 3. There's no other way to change them other than just tapping on them, and that's pretty much it, unfortunately. Alright, let's go have a quick look through all the options. Let me bring this closer to see if I can give you guys a little bit better view. Sorry, my camera quality isn't the greatest thing in the world. As long as it focuses, it's okay, but the brights are a bit too bright. Okay, it's a little bit better now. It's not doing it justice too much, to be fair, this camera, but it does look good. Let's press that. So if I were to tap it again, it goes to the main menu, so that's how you pretty much get out of there. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this. And I really just want to control the brightness in this room. So anyways, yeah, messaging. This is where your text messages are going to be. Write message, inbox drafts, outbox, sent messages, and SMS settings. I do have a couple text messages here. This was from Facebook, your code, blah, blah, blah. And that's pretty much it. So this is more a phone than a smartwatch. Just the fact you can put a SIM card. Keep in mind there are no high-end smartwatches out there in the market right now that can do all the things that this one does, especially not for the price. So that's one very, very important thing to note. We got Bluetooth, of course, Bluetooth dialer. If you connect it to your phone, then you can, dial from your watch to your phone and make phone calls from there. Although this does not need a phone at all. I haven't even paired it with mine, mostly because I don't particularly want to be fair. I'm a bit suspicious of this, but I'll go into that into a different video. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that now. Again, remote messages, remote camera, anti-lost, which I think it's if you go from a certain distance from your phone, that will kind of get triggered, but again, not something I care. Settings, it's very limited in its settings. Of course, it's not letting me go into it. So you got phone settings, you got profiles, which is general silence. General you can customize. Silent is obviously they vibrate only. Meeting and outdoor. You got security settings, which is the SIM security or the phone security. You got phone lock. You can put a password, which again, this refers to it as a phone because it kind of has like a phone OS on it, which is amazing considering the size of this thing. Connectivity, data account, and all that bollocks. I'm not going to go too much into this. Let's move on. Now on this screen, you got something called pedo. This is not what it sounds. This is a pedometer. And if you put start, it kind of gives you a timer. And if you walk around, it kind of gives you the steps. But of course, it doesn't work. So you got an app on your watch now that's called pedo. And it's not a pedometer because it doesn't work. So obviously, it's going to be suspicious as hell. But that's pretty much what it is. And I think it's still going, even if I go off it. Yeah, it's still going. Let's pause and get out of here because I don't want to clear. Yeah? Okay, let's press the middle button to go back to the menu. You got sleep monitoring, which I have no idea what the hell this is. It's another timer, as far as I can tell. Results are good. I don't know what the hell those results are, but whatever. Does it do anything? Nope. It's another one of them just useless features. If it, it'd be funny if it had a heart rate monitor and then obviously be a fake one that doesn't really work. That'd be hilarious. Obviously not for people that actually believe that stuff. Let me just get a bit closer here to the screen, and then make it all blurry, of course. Oh, there you go, perfect. So get back here. You got reminder, quick resp. I don't know what this is. This is some sort of QR code which I've never scanned. If you want to pause the video right now, scan it. Let me know where it takes you. I got no idea what that is. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so you got reminder. You got alarm, so I can put an alarm for every time. You find me, which I don't know what this find me is. Please install BT Notify app in remote device. Okay, so that's what it is. You got a calendar, which I've never been into. Seems like a typical calendar. Doesn't let me do anything other than calendar. And there's no back button, so you gotta press the menu. Oops, let's go back here. So you got a calendar and you got an image viewer. Here's the problem I have with this. I've taken 2 pictures, and this is one I've taken from my headset, and you can kind of see the picture quality. The picture will now be bigger in the screen, so you can kind of see it a little bit better. Unfortunately, and I'll get back to that, there's 2 problems I got with this. One, I don't know how to delete it, because you can view, send, and rename from here. And if you select it, go to options, and then you can send an image information, and none of this will actually let me delete the damn pictures. There is no delete option as far as I can see. Again, maybe there's an update for this that I missed. Maybe there's something else that I don't know. But it is what it is. It just, I don't know. I don't understand it. So let's get out of here. Go to audio player, for example. Let's get into that. I'm not going to play that because it's copyrighted. I don't want to get in trouble. But I will play something if I press on the... Oh, nearly went into the wrong one. Let's press ads. I'm looking through my camera, that's why I don't know what I'm doing. It will be in received files, and then it's this one. Oh, not that one. The one below that. There it is, done. So it's now added that to my playlist, and you can have several playlists. And let's play it. It does have some decent sound on this. That's pretty much the minimum. Oh, that's mute, minimum. It can still play, even though it's... Alright, let's turn that down. Yeah, so really neat audio player, which is more than some smartwatches, mine included, especially with Android Wear. I've got, again, this is not an Android watch, doesn't have Android installed, it's got its own custom, firmware, as you can see, which pretends that's the phone. BT Music, again, goes Bluetooth music to your phone. It's got the standard screen protector, which you can peel off, but it doesn't come with any screen protectors whatsoever. So, sound recorder, that'd be cool to see what my and I'm talking now with the distance that this is right now, but I can talk closer to my mouth right now, which is almost touching it. It's that close. And this is more of a normal distance. And the battery is low. Anyways, if this doesn't work too well from this distance, then I'm not too sure if it's going to be good. Keep in mind the battery is low because I've never actually charged this. I took it off the box and I was using it with the battery that it is. So for me to say what sort of the battery life this got is a bit difficult right now because I don't personally know. However, it does give me the opportunity to put it to charge. Where is it? There it is. There. To put it to charge on video, USB charger connected. Now, this is connected to my computer right now. So if I were to put it in mass storage, will I be able to connect to it? Because, oh yeah, it is showing it on my computer right now. And yeah, I'm just looking at the images now. Oh my god, they are so tiny. They are really, really, really small and horrible quality. But you know what? It does have a camera. It does take pictures, although they're bad and low, but it still has it. Anyways, let's move on to the camera. Not available in mass storage mode. Oh, of course. Okay, maybe not. Maybe later. We'll come back to that latest because it's going to be the best, I suppose. File manager, yeah. Okay, of course not. God damn it. Can I unplug this? And plug it back in. Okay. And not configure that. Would I be able to just charge it? Oh yes, there we go. That's the camera. That's the USB camera on my computer. That's my computer screen. As you can see, the white is extremely white. The camera is at a weird ass angle. That's like my ceiling right there. I'm not even pointing this normal. That's the ceiling. So I don't know. Let's take a picture of that. Can I? There you go. That's a picture of that. As far as I can tell, this one only takes pictures. I know there are some ones that they record, they can zoom in and all that stuff. Mine doesn't do that out of the box. So again, maybe I'm missing an update, maybe I'm missing something here, but this is what mine does out of the box. We have a web browser. Let's go recommended. Let's go Twitter, for example. Failed to open page. Although I do have an SD card. Well, I have an SD card. I have a SIM card. None of these apps work because I suspect that the internet thing is not necessarily configured with this. So none of WhatsApp, Twitter, none of that works, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a shame about that. Now, I've been through most of the apps and pretty much showed you guys everything that there is to see in here. I've showed you you can dial numbers. The touchscreen is actually quite responsive. I will say that. It works. That's all I can say about that. Let's actually try and write a text message, because I've seen write message. I've seen the writing before, and this is what it looks like. Oh dear Lord. Try to autofocus this, but of course it's not gonna have it. But yeah, basically it's the ABC and all this, that, and the other. As you can see, there it is. Let me try writing hello. See if you guys can see. Oh, GP. And this is doing it all in caps for some reason. Now, one important feature it's missing from here is the ability to just voice write things. That's something I really wanted to see. Unfortunately, it just, it doesn't seem to have it. Again, standard doesn't have it, which pretty much every smartphone does have, which is you just, speak and you reply to messages by just voice, I suppose. Anyways, now that I've done through that, I can stop making a charge. I should have fully charged it before I've done the video, but whatever, you know me. It's one of them things I don't do. Anyway, let's focus on this now. Now, as a watch, the wrist strap, it kind of looks like a sports watch wrist strap. It's plasticky, it's very kind of, like that. And you want to see the holes in the sides. I think this was made for bigger wrists than what I have, or it will almost guarantee fit in all sizes of wrists. Now, I have girly bony wrists, and I probably have the smallest wrists from like in the world of ever. So this is the top hole here. This is the tightest you can ever get, and there's two of these strips for some reason, and that fits me perfectly actually. That is quite good. That feels good, and it's a tiny little bit tight, and it probably would get in my nerves during the day. But if I were to go to the second hole, then it becomes a little bit too loose. So an in between here would be great, but I don't think we're gonna have one. So as you can see, that one is a bit looser. Probably something I would actually wear more. I'd rather have them a little bit loose than too tight. I'm struggling here now getting these two things up, because I'm looking at through the camera rather than looking at it from outside the camera. Anyways, yeah, that feels a lot better. I can just go there, and it'd be cool if somebody made a Pip-Boy kind of app for this, but I don't think that's gonna happen ever. Anyways, of course this is now all out of focus. Yeah, I will play around with this for another couple of weeks or so, and I'll get back to you guys to see what I think about it. Once I pair it up with my phone, once I see if there's any updates, once I do everything else there is to be done, I'll then see what my final thoughts on this are. Anyway, so far so good. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.